Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. As you can see by the title below, this is on episode 6 of Orange, and I told you, I knew it, I had a feeling about it, and yep, Suwa does have a damn letter. This is going to change the entire thing now. So now that they both know each other's got letters, I had a feeling that Suwa probably already knew that Naho had a letter. It just seemed so convenient. She didn't really see it, but I have a feeling he did see it. I had a feeling he did know that she had the letters, and he was just waiting for her to finally tell him in a way. Maybe he had a little doubts about it, but obviously this episode at the end when he was like, "You have a letter too, right?" I was like, I knew it. Yes, he does have a letter. Suwa does have a letter. And this episode, it was definitely a really nice episode, yet really sad towards the end. The beginning part was really nice. It was a lot of Kakeru and Naho moments, even towards the end by the fireworks part. It was beautiful to see the fireworks, holding each other's hands, telling each other how they kind of felt in a way. Pretty much her saying that if, she wanted one of the guys to ask her out, it would be Kakeru, and Kakeru telling her that, if he had to choose between the three of them who he would ask out, it would be Naho. And it was just cute seeing her also have the hairpin on and everything. It was just a really sweet, cute moment, like right there. Ueda senpai or whatever, forget her, she is a bitch. I can't believe they even tried that. They gave her those boxes saying she needs to go to the teacher or give her the hairpin, to which of course those boxes were actually the prizes for winning the whatever contest it was, Miss Contest, to which, hey, they got free drinks and whatever else was in there, so that's pretty good for them. I always forget the guy with the glasses name, but that guy's my boy right there, telling, oh, the pool's closed, but he's waiting for you at the soccer club. And it was like, yeah, pretty good. It's because I'm smart. And then Sue was like, you told him a lie, and why'd you take your glasses off? It's so funny to see that too. It's like, yeah, and it's funny, like, you can kind of see, like, I'm not too sure if there's a possibility of that happening as well, but Azu and him, the glasses guy, both obviously sue with them, like they should just go out already. So there's also kind of feelings maybe going on between them. Obviously it may have happened before, and in the future we already know that they're not together. Oh, it doesn't look like they're together, so there's a big chance that they tried to go out together and they're not working, or maybe things will be different along these lines as well, because things are already changed. And it's always like in these kind of romance animes, or even in an anime that's not really fully on romance, I always like to see who the side romance is. Like, there's always a nice, cute side romance somewhere in there, and it would be cute to see them together. I think that would be nice as well. But yeah, this episode, the first half was, like I said, pretty much the fireworks episode. We got to see all those kind of stuff. Ueda senpai being a bitch and her friends, but she got her just desserts. Having a nice moment with them by the pool, fireworks going, tell each other pretty much how they feel in a way, not fully not fully confessing kind of thing yet, but it was really nice. Then we go to this moment where, sorry, that was something in the background, to this moment where they're at this festival thing. Really cute, more nice moments together. They're having pretty much, the friends pretty much setting them up for that date in a way. Even the guy was like, oh, do you need a straw for your boyfriend too? And her eyes and everything, boyfriend. It was so cute. But of course, the main thing for this one was that she had to figure a way to save Kakeru. She finally reads ahead. So yes, she could have read ahead times before that, but of course she didn't. She should have. And like I keep saying, with the whole point of him not having the biggest regret for him was that he wasn't able to save his mom. And we learned about the whole thing about how his mom, has problems a little, and she needs him, and him not going, pretty much he makes it think that she commits suicide because of him not being there. I don't get why Naho, when she from the future wrote that letter, why didn't she tell her, don't invite him because of this? Why do you have to make sure? Okay, this is one thing I gotta say. Obviously, the show would be completely turned over. It wouldn't be the same anymore if it was because of that. But it does, for a person like me, that I like to correct things and stuff. It's like, why didn't you just do that? If you wrote that, she would have said, "Nah, you can go, just go do your whatever your thing," and she would have, committed to doing it. Because at first she didn't really believe the letter. That was the first thing. Sure, she figured out that was his name, oh my gosh, kind of thing. But still, I don't understand. It could have completely changed and solved the problem. Kakeru would have went home, and sure, maybe it's not possible for his mother maybe she passes away no matter what, but he wouldn't have the regret of him not going to see her, kind of thing, you know. That's the thing that bothers me. But hey, there wouldn't be a story if that happened. Things could have been drastically changed if that happened. So it was understandable that obviously that's the way the letter went. But of course, yeah, towards the end she tries to save him, so she wants to pretty much lend herself, you know, tell him, you know, ask him everything what he wished for, because he pretty much talked about saying something to his mom, and then we learn about the whole thing. He obviously is down the dump. She gives him some time alone on the bench, and he disappears. And after that, he hasn't been going to the club meetings. He's not answering her text messages. Well, I don't know. I don't think he's answering her text messages because they never say anything. So she just literally gotta go and save him. But she's feeling like there's no way for one person to be able to do this alone. So she ends up trying to tell Suwa. She starts crying, and Suwa's like, "Oh, don't worry. I know what you mean. You got letters too, right?" And it was like, she was just like, I was just like, oh. But yeah, that was pretty much the episode. Honestly, I loved the episode. Had a lot of sweet, cute moments in the first half to the end, to the beginning of the second half kind of part, and moments with Ueda being a bitch. She got her just desserts. Cool moments all along the way, learning more about his mom and what happened, learning more about the letters and what's in the future, and of course the big emotional, impactful part at the end, including the very end where we see that Suwa does indeed have a letter. So now this is where I cannot wait to see the next episode, to see what they're going to talk about, how they're going to discuss all this kind of stuff. What is he going to say? His letter, what does his letter say? That's one of the things I've been wondering, like when I've been thinking if it was a possibility that he had a letter as well. What does his say? And if he has a letter as well, does the other people have letters too? That's the big question. The other friends, they can't just be Suwa and Naho, right? I don't know. There's a lot of questions that I have right now that I cannot wait for them to be answered in the next episode. But definitely happy with how this episode went. Lots of, like I said, lots of cute moments. Definitely it hit in the feels, but definitely good emotional moment, because we already know that this is going to be a feelsy anime. So I'm preparing myself. I know it's hard. Obviously, that ending was kind of sad. Before, of course, she finally learned about Suwa having, you know, a letter as well. That's the big thing in this one. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoy this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And yeah, if you did enjoy it, leave a like. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. It really does help the channel. And yeah, can't wait to see what Suwa and Naho's gonna do to save Kakeru, because they can do this. They can do this. I almost almost forgot to mention before I end this. Forgot to mention it was also cool to see the whole backs. You know, go back to the future sense and see that yes, that really was a suicide. They know for sure it was because of his last note to his grandmother. That's all I want to say before that. That was pretty interesting as well. It's definitely something that's going to be thrown in for the, you know, I always love to see the more of the future events happen and see what's going on there, because it helps with what's going to happen in their current time. So yeah, now that's all I have to say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review, and until next time, see ya.